and thank you for joining me once again. I'm starting with a piece of watercolor paper, and I have here another piece of paper that I cut out to serve me as a guide, as I'm going to trace this down right in the center of my watercolor paper there. So I'm just making sure that this is straight, and I'm going to trace this with my pencil. You can also do measurements from all the sides if it is easier for you. I have here a small die by Fawn, and this actually comes with a set of several dies, and I believe this one also is included. I'm not sure, I just put everything Fawn in the same envelope. And I'm going to use this arrow die, and I'm just gonna follow those lines and create a continuous pattern with this die right here. So I'm just gonna tape this in place with a bit of washi. Seems that this washi is stronger than I thought, so I'm just gonna grab my file and remove that paper. Also, if you have hair like this onto your paper, just use a file and scrape it away. Now to make this continuous, first I'm gonna use my huge needle here that I'm so happy with. My hubby got this for me and I was so thrilled because I always used some smaller needles and always lost them. So he got me this one. I'm loving it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna continue this pattern, and I'm gonna put some of the a part of the die into the die cut negative there, and this will give me a continuous line. This is a fun way to use these small dies like this one. And once again I'm fitting part of the die into the die cut space and tape it down. So now that my die cutting is done, you can see here the gorgeous effect that you get. I'm gonna do some watercoloring, and I'll be using Stabilo markers that I've used in one of my previous videos also, and there is a giveaway on my blog if you want to win a set of 30 of these Stabilo markers. So I'm just gonna grab an orange, and I will scribble it right here onto the paper. And then I'll take my brush, on which I have plenty of water, and I'm just gonna dab it on top so I can blend this color out. And I will try to stay within the rectangle here that I created. Now I want to try to add some splashes of water and pick that water with a paper towel. I know that this works with like distress inks. I'm not sure if it works with these markers, but I'm just gonna apply some splashes and pick that color, and it seems that it works. I have here another piece of watercolor paper, and I'm gonna do some stamping with these cute elephants by Fawn that's called Love You Toms, and this is one of their mini stamp sets. We'll be stamping them with the VersaFine. And just because this is a juicy ink, I will give it a quick hit set so I can watercolor. For my elephants, I'm gonna try out some other markers, and I have here the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers, and these are two grays, and I don't know which one I will like it, so I'm just gonna first color with my lightest one, and then see if that if I like it. A bit of post-it tape just because I saw that the washi I used previously, it is too strong, and I don't want to risk ruining my elephants here. And here are the cuties. Look how pretty they are. Sorry about this line here of sun. I just can't cover it with anything, so I'm running away from it. And I want to use some hearts also, but I don't know if I stamp them on top of this watercolor background. The red will show nicely. So I'm gonna take one of the dies from the same set, and it has all these cute hearts, and I'm gonna cut some. Actually, I think I'm gonna make them pink, and I think I'm gonna use the same pink that I used here. Okay, let's see if these work, and I think they work pretty nice. So I will use some foam tape for my elephants here. So moving to plan B, I'm gonna use some craft foam because I don't find my foam tape roll, and thank God I cleaned yesterday. Who knows where I've put it. So I'm gonna cut small pieces and place them behind my elephants. These have to be really tiny. Okay. Craft foam is always a good option for giving dimension to various elements. I'm gonna use some liquid glue for my hearts, and I have this mono liquid glue. This is too much. Okay, so one more thing to do. I'm gonna stamp the sentiment. I'm gonna stamp this with a VersaFine. First I'm gonna stamp it onto a scrap piece of paper because I've never used it. Okay. And I'm gonna add 2 more hearts just to cover a bit that area up there, up on top of the sentiment. I'll be mounting this onto a white piece of paper with some craft foam. Before I do that, I just wanted to show you how I store my small stamps. And I have these, let me zoom out a bit and run away from the sun again. I have these business card holders, and the sets, like the ones from Fawn, fit perfectly in these pockets. Just quickly flip through so you can see this is another one from Fawn. These are a good option for small stamps like this one, and they are not expensive at all. Okay, so I have here a white card base. I have my panel and also a piece of foam, and I'm gonna use the panel that I used for tracing earlier to cut it out, and I'm just gonna cut a bit underneath. So once again, using that adhesive tape, and I think I want to add some shimmer onto my hearts here. And elephants and everything that can be colored with shimmer. Okay, so that finishes the card for today. I'm not going to use any sequins. This has to be my first time not using sequins. I thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.